of games in their hands. I mean, the only matches they won 2 versus Alliance, and they took 1 game off of Secret. It was the only wins they were able to scrap. So, I mean, all the other teams were really good. They had to somehow beat EG or somehow beat LGD. I think this is just one of those cases where a team that's, we'll say they're slightly underperforming to where they normally do, and then they have to play against the big dogs, and it just showed like they're not there.
Yeah, no room for mistakes in this kind of format, is there? I mean, what do you think about the whole best of 2 GSL argument?
I think the best of 2 allows for teams to just not get knocked out by one team. So with GSL, of course, if you in upper bracket you lose and then you have to potentially play the same team again, then it's kind of questionable. But this at least allows for the better team, the worst team, sorry, to actually play against everyone. And if they do have the upsets, then it just makes. I think it's just the better stories occur from this type of group. GSL's. You don't get a lot from them.
And while this game might not matter for seeding, this is one more game that Alliance gets to practice playing against the best team in the world. And that's
Which is
super
very valuable for them, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. It's been a long season for them, but they're going to go out on a high as far as the ESL 1's concerned. We'll get into the draft. As you can see, we've had a few of the bans already. And yeah, what's on the line really for Alliance is whether they finish 5th or 6th, I don't think they'll really care, but actually winning a game against winning against Secret after winning 2-0, don't forget, against LGD earlier on in the tournament.
Oh, and also Alliance isn't a team that they're going to just start picking some random stuff. I feel like they might do that now. I've said it, but I feel like
Commentator's curse.
Exactly.
Welcome to the panel.
I feel like they are just going to still try and play another solid game. They did play well in the last game at the start, and then things got a little bit wayward. But overall, I think they're really trying to put me
What were you
off.
saying?
No, thank you. Yeah, have they rudely interrupted? No. I still think, how am I meant to focus for this?
It's hard.
It is, it's terrible. No, but yeah, I still think they're just going to go for a solid draft and just give it their all again and not do anything too crazy.
Okay, let's see what they decided to do.
And
I don't really see Secret as like the team that's going to just mess around here either, though.
well, they did ban the techies.
Except for that techies ban, I don't think they're going to mess around. They're gonna play with them just a little bit, enough to be like, hey guys, we're not really trying, but they're still going to try. Nobody likes losing.
If you want to read into that ban, it's more they ban out 2 heroes that have actual value in the meta, and the 3rd ban, normally, it doesn't have a lot of value in terms of moving into the draft. Like, if you want to give them a lot of options, you ban
Guys.
All right, they're messing around.
Guys.
Yeah.
But they're playing heroes they want to play.
CM opener.
They're playing heroes they want to play.
Yeah, Secret's now having fun. Alliance is going to take this seriously, and Secret's going to have a bit of fun. This is what we're going to see here, I think.
It's probably not unlike what EG did, where
Look
they
at
picked
Zai's
Ricky mid.
face.
They're like, I feel like playing Ricky mid. It's,
yeah.
They're going to pick something that they think is like close to viable, but isn't viable.
Look at them.
And then they get to play it.
Bunch of blimmin' memers.
The thing is, Secret's the team that they have to play more in this tournament. So if they play now,
and they have they give away now is bad for them, isn't it?
Sure, but it's also if they play another, let's say, an hour-long game because they're taking it seriously, they're just going to be drained, and at the end of the day, they're like their chats aren't going to be as productive because they're going to have 2 very long games, for example. So if they go in with the let's just pick whatever we want and have fun type of mentality, win or lose, they're going to be out and just be like, wow, okay, go, don't worry, we've recovered. We haven't done some bottom 2 situation.
I've got a serious question for both of you because, and I'm just posing the question, I'm not saying it's one way or the other, but there is an argument that says these kind of games, when a team messes around like this, and this has been aimed at Virtus Pro in the past, it's disrespectful. Is it disrespectful, or is it just teams having fun, and is that okay?
I think it's only disrespectful if the team who's doing it has already qualified and the game has no result for them. If the game has a result on another team, be it them going to get eliminated or a tiebreaker ensues, then I think it's disrespectful. But in this position where both teams are already locked in, you can just treat it like a 5v5 mid and just have fun. But of course, as you see here, Alliance, they want to win. They want to beat. They want to 2-0 the PSG and go 1-1 with Secret and feel confident going into the minor. Secret, on the other hand,
it also helps that it's a public game, that it's streamed and casted and stuff. If it's more of like a private thing, or if you're messing around in scrims or something, you're wasting time, definitely. But if it's a game where viewers at least can be like, oh wow, I've always wanted them to pick Shadow Fiend first or something, I think there's some value there, and both teams can try to get what they can out of it.
Just preempting the Reddit posts already.
I see.
I think it only gets a bit wrong if they put the Shadow Fiend offlane and they start, when they do
Shadow
like
Fiend support.
Like if like Puppey starts playing carry and mid one's now like this type of thing. That's when also it would be
but Liquid have done that, and people said it was really cool watching Kuro try and play carry.
No.
Okay. Maybe it's a very personal thing then.
Yeah.
As well as, I mean, I take your point. I think your point that you may wear, as long as both teams don't have anything on the line, then it's probably okay. I think that's a really important part of this.
It's also not a DPC tournament. So there's no other implications. There's no justification saying like this is their chance to get practice within the confines of the system.
Yeah.
It's we're freelance here.
But ideally, you want every game to be played properly, right? You want it to be competitive.
Of course, I still think that the game's still going to be played properly. They're still going to try and win with what they pick. It's just simply the initial the drafting aspects of the game will be a little bit lighthearted, but everything else will still be taken seriously. They're not going to purposely try and do some dumb things to then lose the game, right? They're still going to win with whatever they try and whip up. And they might stumble into something that works, picking these like more like fun heroes.
I was just thinking you've worked with the Brazilian guys. I've seen some very fun games that they've played in where they've done some stuff in game that you might consider to be a bit BM.
Sure,
dropping
some
items and stuff. Items in front of people's towers and stuff. But that's more banter, isn't it?
Yeah, I was trying to think in terms of
fun in game.
Yeah, they have fun in game, but also like this is not really like specific to this situation. But I think it was ESL Birmingham last year. They were doing a draft, and then they just picked a hero without thinking about it. And as they were drafting, like, wait, guys, who's playing this hero? And it's like, well, I don't play it. Well, I don't play it. And they ended the draft. I think it was against Liquid actually. They ended the draft with like a Lycan or something, and none of the players played it in the core roles. And they're like, oh well, guys, let's give it a go. They got stomped in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have fun in these drafts. Obviously, probably not in more dire situations like that.
10 seconds.
Pick time here.
Takes quite a long time actually from the second phase bans, haven't they?
It's because they're trying, Paul. Okay, still trying. I was scared. I was like, oh god, it's gonna be something.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it's a chance for Secret to experiment a little bit. If they think that Shadowfiend is good, and then they're like, what happens if we pick it first? How does it get counted? That's still a valid route, isn't it?
Yeah, potentially.
Sure.
And can we still win with it? How good is the hero?
Yeah. Well, they're creating a raid boss right now. Yeah, it's pretty clear.
The Shadowfiend already is it's a pretty understood hero in terms of what it does, how it plays mid lane. There's like 2 clear options for it. You either go the Greaves build or you go for potentially like the Blink Yours build. That's kind of like it's kind of set with how it works.
Yeah.
So
and this isn't like they opened with Meepo techies.
No, yeah, like this isn't like the most like we made it sound like it was a lot worse than it actually was.
I mean, it was just unusual because we haven't seen Shadowfiend Crystal Maiden Gnomes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know when. Ever maybe. Okay.
That was a cool sound.
Yeah. If anything,
not that part.
Yeah.
Oh. Never make that noise. It's like a rumble noise.
This is just turning out to be a nice draft from Secret. Actually, I kind of just like it. They've got control. They got their solid mid lane. They pick it early. It forces picks to happen to potentially count as Shadowfiend. Yeah, it's actually ending up to just be.
It is a legit team draft.
But both teams are just very nice. Yeah. It's pleasant.
Joke pick pretty good against Mars. It gives you a carry that can easily get out of any you've got CM.
Yep.
Completely countered by spin. Ogre more or less countered by spin.
Doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Mars ulti, as long as you press it in time, countered by spin.
Yep.
SF Yule's combo, countered by spin. It's a really good hero in this case.
Good pick from Alliance.
5 seconds remaining.
Last 2 bans.
This is Secret, where they just
Doom for Secret.
This is where they pick TB and just have an absolute raid boss, but then they probably can't actually because there's a Morphling. Oh, don't make them a Brood game. If you're Secret, you've just beat Alliance in a 90-minute game, then you're going to pick Brood against them?
Better than Naga.
You're just trying to...
I like long games.
The ban Ursa, that must be...
Hey, look, at least it's not Naga Disruptor from January last year.
Oh. Or DK like last Birmingham.
That left a mark on me. That left a mark.
The
Naga Disruptor
song
games.
thing.
Yeah, left a mark. Left a mark that burnt. It's bad memories. That was kind of January through I want to say like February, March time. And mostly by newbie.
Yeah, that was a classic actually.
Yeah, it was. Definitely one of those that goes down in the, you remember them well. A bit like the Lesh at TI5, where everyone was like, ban it, ban it, ban it, ban it. Oh, let's let someone play. No, ban it now, ban it again. And then one team would let it through again. And then everyone would just carry on banning it. That might be the most overpowered hero at TI ever.
Naga?
Huh?
Maybe.
Lesh at TI5?
Oh, Lesh.
EG Techies.
Lesh was good, yeah.
There's another. Who else played techies at TI? Wings?
Yeah, Wings did.
Yeah.
Did not go well.
No, it didn't go well for them.
Now that's disrespect. If we're talking
No,
about picking...
not for Wings, because Wings genuinely played bloody everything.
I guess. That's
Except
true.
for Techies after that.
Except from Techies.
But yeah, at the time, they were playing absolutely everything. We were just wondering, like, are they ever going to run out of ideas and heroes? Didn't seem like it.
Do you think Alliance pick another flex hero that can be 4 or 3 here, so then they can decide if the Pan goes offlane or not? Or do you think they just man up and just pick a dude?
I mean, not that many people are playing Pango support other than like EG. I feel like almost everybody makes it as a core. So I'd be a little surprised if they were going to bother being flex.
Not many last pick their supports either, though.
They're looking for their pos 4 anyway, so just trying to think of like what works. Like they've got the Grimstroke, sure, but they haven't got a lot. Like they could even Warlock. No, they're Sanking. All right, cool. So that's the flex
3
pick, really. Because 3, 4,
probably 3, but could be 4. Yeah.
It definitely protects them a little bit.
Cool.
I like the Sanking against Shadow Fiend too. It's good against the supports. It's just going to be a little bit hard to bully. Feels like Secret has some damage problems right now. It's like very spell focused, right? Like they don't have anybody that does damage for free for right clicks other than SF. I mean, I guess they'll have Bloodlust, but
I want to say if Troll's still in the pool, yeah, I think Troll could be okay. I think Spectre's way too slow from what Alliance has. Arc Warden again doesn't really provide much. I'm trying to think of the Nisha heroes really. Terrorblade, you're playing into Morphling, so it's not too comfortable really. And especially Sanking lane, there's a lot of pressure. Now this is where they hit you with. Then they have 4 normal-looking heroes, and then Nisha just plays some like a Dazzle carry or something. Just really puts the curveball in there.
yeah,
Earth Spirit carry.
Yeah, so just something random.
there's a lot of options. They could Wraith King too if they really, really wanted to.
Make a Medusa. Would be okay.
Maybe something with that's effective against Dark Willow. I mean, or not Dark Willow, Pangolier, sorry. But I'm having trouble thinking of it.
Let's whip out a little Drow strat at the end. Oh, no, Drow's banned. All right.
Yeah. All right. What do we got?
Ricky. There's the curveball.
He's like, when are they going to pick a 5th hero?
Oh, wait, where is he?
He's peeking out with his little red eyes.
The armor
There
buff
he
to
is.
Ricky, by the way.
Did he get armor buff? Okay.
Yeah.
They were trying to out EG, I guess. Everybody gets their hero.
Okay, so yeah, 4
It was,
normal heroes.
wasn't quite as wild as I thought it might get, but it's different.
It's pretty good, actually. It gives them gank options against Jug. They can silence before he spins on these defensive moves. It's very effective against Morph 2. Manta's not going to be a solution. Like it's actually not terrible. It like adds control to their hard carry, which is usually not where we see it.
He's had 9 improvements, 9 buffs since 720D, Ricky. 9 in a row.
It's his time. He just lost a game. EG just played it and lost. Secret are going to one-up them. Maybe they can win with it.
All right. Well, we're going to find out as we head into game number 2 between Alliance and Team Secret.
If you're going to say anything about this series, at least you could say it has been unique. After an 85-minute game 1 where Alliance forced that standoff, trying to stay alive in the tournament, they have now lost and they are out of the tournament. But we're still playing this game 2, which means we're going to get a little different. It's not like too far out there, but we're going to get a little different with our draft. A safe lane Ricky picked up and a very, very early SF pick as well from Team Secret.
Yeah, that everyone just sort of said, give me this hero, give me that hero. And that's just kind of how they determine their lineups, I guess.
Do you feel like, I mean, looking at this, Alliance has a pretty normal lineup. They have a Grimstroke Sand King lane, a nice little, like, got some synergy there. You've also got Grimstroke Juggernaut, which when Grimstroke first came into Captain's mode, that was one of the most common duos. That was back when Lich was also being run. with Juggernaut a lot as a dual lane. You have this morph, which I'm guessing is supposed to do well as a mid laner against SF. Because the way I saw it is Pango first pick, you picked up the SF dumpsters Pango in lane. And then they picked the morph. I'm guessing morph is supposed to do well against SF?
Low HP, but good base damage. That's the idea, I guess.
You just
but
keep
it's always
them at
scary
low
because
souls.
when you have the early levels of morph and you just get like double raise and you could potentially die being a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Once the SF hits level 3, it's a bit of an awkward matchup, I'd say.
The battle
Or-
begins.
Sure. We're also going to see the Mars hero.
And Secret's going to pick up back 3 of the bounty runes is...
Nisha snuck around in the side.
You die.
Took away one of the sinking. So we're going to have the... I was wondering how this lane setup was going to go. The Riki versus Sand King, I can't imagine that's super favorable for Riki, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I guess not. We saw the Mars versus Sand King though last time, and that was very favorable for the Mars apparently.
I mean, Riki does have this, like, he has an advantage in any 1v1 in that he should outlast hit you. He can even outlast hit you for denies because of his backstab damage, but you have the Caustic Finale problem, where Sand King at some point is just going to take over the lane with Caustic Finale and Burrow Strike. So we'll see how that goes. Taiga coming in from the side here with his Orb of Venom.
And this is what I was talking about, like the early raises.
Yeah.
On the mid-gate, he can't morph up too high, and so mid one's just kind of zoning him out. Pops the mango. He's just kind of going for it right now, and he has crushed the opening wave.
Yeah. So it makes you kind of wonder why they
Look at this build.
Why they picked up this Morphling against the
He has
Mango.
He has 3 more mangoes coming in.
All right. I mean, the SF, like, I guess mid one knows he can't really challenge when you're just going for right click when it comes to last hits. So he's gonna have to like he's just gonna be nuking the wave nonstop. Zai missing out on the spear because Madara actually does manage to pop the spin in time. With the help of the Inkswell, they will run him down. That's gonna be first blood for Insania, and a second blood here on YapzOr as well, as the Orb of Venom and the body blocking from Taiga will ensure that he claims the last hit.
There's nice rotations by him throughout the series as Nisha's getting real aggressive here. Boxy's starting to get a little bit low. One more hit would have done it. Sand King, not the best armor on him.
Yeah, I guess not. And with the help of, I guess, the Ogre to zone out the Sand King a bit, do a little bit of pulling action as well. This lane is actually a lot more favorable for the Riki than we thought. Taiga coming in again. Damage.
He's getting pretty low with the Orb of Venom. One more.
He can actually go for it with a swing on through with a swashbuckle, maybe. Oh,
2
no.
HP. He had 2 health.
He had to get in front of him with the swashbuckle.
Yeah.
That's how you get the extra hit, and then you're in front of him as well, so you're naturally going to get more auto attacks.
Ah, well, you know, now he's got 12 souls.
Oh, dear.
Well, yeah, I think he had it before, but I also think that he leveled Raise level 1, right?
Yeah.
So there's a good chance that he didn't, and well, now he does. So it's
well,
what can you do here? You see him get the hit. One more.
I mean, he just get
2 HP.
I mean, you know where mid one was going too, so you could have predicted get in front of him.
Invisibility.
Well, that's awkward. Now you've got a really dangerous top lane for Alliance with the level 2 on the Grimstroke. They're going to try and spear him away. The Inkswell does pop on top of Mars, but he fortunately had enough stick charges that Madara is not going to be able to go for that kill, other than the healing salve to
Pop
Mars
the mango
as well.
too to try to abuse him right there, but mid lane.
This Morphling, man, he's just being shoved back non-stop. You do have the lucky shot now. Do manage to successfully get a hit there, but Taiga's not really changing this lane a whole lot.
As Boxy beaten back again. Gonna drag a little bit more of the attention to the left side where he just wants to farm out these neutrals, but Nisha's in fact gonna get the last hit on the one that matters.
Burst strikes on through, but he doesn't have Sandstorm. That Nisha's going to take advantage of this. Might actually kill Boxy as he gets into the trees, gets a good healing salve off, and the Caustic Finale slowing down Nisha helps out as well. close call there for Boxy, which either losing his life or losing his healing salve would have cost him a lot there. He's just trying to get it into the creep wave where he can start getting that caustic finale hits and feel a little bit safer if Nisha does go on him. Two to two as our 5-minute bounty runes are approaching. We're going to see Taiga come down to this bottom lane. They're going to push the lane in as much as possible, and then they can back up and try and claim both bounty runes. See how Secret responds. Same thing's kind of happening for Alliance's safe lane as well as they're pushing in that lane. They're giving themselves a good opportunity to get 3 or 4 bounties here as the Burrow Strike on through. Boxy's going to be able to snap that one. Nisha's going to jump over though. Taiga still has to swashbuckle up. That is going to be no Burrow Strike for Boxy, but he does have a Sandstorm. He'll be okay there. Alliance do manage to grab 3, but it's going to cost Insania his life as he gets speared straight to the tree. The Inkswell going off though. Maybe they can't finish him off in time. Finally, the last shot from YapzOr is there just before the explosion can occur. And Madara, once again, has spin, but doesn't have anything left in the bank.
Yeah, just has to reset. As laning phase wise, it does seem to be going pretty positively for Team Secret right now, as even with a little bit of fun that they're having with Nisha on this Riki, it's actually doing a lot of damage right now. Boxy's getting pretty low. He has stun up in 1 second. He should be able to just use it to get away, but in fact goes the other way, swings back around as mid one runs into Taiga, gets the kill here, but Puppey just not fast enough to catch up to the Sand King.
Looks like a battle over the power runes. Mid one not only wins that engagement, but also gets a little lucky. Regen rune spawns at top.
Yeah, so that's another kill that he gets on Taiga by himself.
Good read for the Mars. You know, how do you feel about playing against Juggernaut? Because I'll tell you, I like playing Mars against Jug, even if he can spin through my arena. I feel like the spear can catch Jug a lot. When it comes to the laning phase, you know when he wants to run at you and spin oftentimes. So he either has to spin early or he's going to get caught by the spear. And then on top of that, you've got your passive, which is so good against Omnislash.
Yeah, but it's not like you're going to level your passive really on.
Oh,
That's
no.
part of the problem.
But for the overall game sense, right?
Yeah, I guess. It is really annoying, though, that he can get out of it so easily.
It's like defensively, the Jug's good, but like offensively, he's not going to be super good against Mars. 4-2. Ultimate out from the Riki. Boxy is just having such a tough time in this lane. Actually went for the bottle. Does have some bottle charges left. Burrow Strikes on through. They do have a spin to be able to finish off the Mars at top. Boxy got away with the Burrow Strike, and he does still have his healing salve up, so he's good there. But they just keep on getting chased away, and right now Puppey, the 5 position, is level 3. Taiga is level 2, and it's actually going to die here with a Fire Blast, and the last backstab hit from Nisha. 5 kills in 7.5 minutes now for Team Secret.
And this bottom lane just continues to struggle with the Sand King. He just gets hit a few times.
Insania though with the Inkswell. Maybe they can actually stay on top of Nisha long enough. They can get the kill. Big turnaround. That'll help everyone's experience. Top Ogre win rates, 25 games plus. Puppey sitting at 4th there at 65.5%. Pretty good. That's some high win rates for AFK Bloodlust hero.
I guess it's more like the situations in which they pick it up in, right?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna buff up this Riki and sort of make his life just better overall. They have a lot of frontline with this hero too. As, they know that Taiga's invis. And
They still have the Burrow Strike. They can still make a full commitment here with the Inkswell. They're going to jump onto the tanky Ogre. Not tanky enough though to live inside of the Sandstorm, but Nisha,
here.
He's going to go for the back line with Mid-One joining him as well. They should be able to get an easy double kill for that Shadow Fiend. Now Zion's going to be running underneath his tier 1 tower since Secret teleported to bottom lane. There's nobody to help him with this dive, it seems, as YapzOr couldn't stop the Juggernaut all by himself.
Yeah, I mean, I think in this early laning phase, it's actually quite nice to play Jug versus Mars. You just kill him. He can't really pressure you as Taiga. Gotta be careful here. There is a second raise available, but The Orb of Venom slow. Be just enough for him to get out of that situation as YapzOr might now get gone on. The nuke gonna miss, but Madara's now on top of him, and this should be a kill.
Zai, he's going to go for the opposing kill. Unless he tries to save, instead go for Madara. He's going to hold on to the spear, throws out at the last second, spears him to the tree, but there's a decent amount of sustain here in Madara. He has just enough out from the stick until a Fire Blast comes in, and Zai with a Bloodlust will run down the carry Jug, who does manage to grab his drums. Maybe he got that just before he died. I want to point out the CS on our SF, who had 22 denies when I looked at him before that.
He has such a fast...
Such a fast Heal Scepter. UK seems to have no game whatsoever. 10-minute bounty runes coming up. Insania hoping that maybe they... Okay. A spear away. Just trying to escape, but they actually do manage to get the spear onto the Morphling now. Zai trying to chase him into the shrine area, but as he reaches back to it, and especially with a TP into the Juggernaut,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
give up on the chase. 2,000 net worth lead now for Team Secret. As we did glance bottom and we saw that epicenter being used, obviously didn't seem to get a kill.
Yeah, Nisha just popped his ult in return. Such an awkward position.
Yeah.
They're just trading. Neither hero really getting the better of the other. He is ahead in net worth though, somewhat significantly. It's really the Shadow Fiend though that's been the biggest beneficiary of all of this. His mid one's gonna get gone on, and Taiga not nearly close enough to pop the ink swell off.
Yeah, 11 minutes in, still does not have his level 6 despite the tome change. And it's how you know your laning phase went real bad. At least when it comes to levels anyway. One Caustic Finale hit, gets another one, but Riki still has his ultimate, and he has so much damage with this 0-4-4 build. 2 Wraith Bands and a Treads that's stuck on agility as well. It's going to be a fast diffusive blade. This has long been the criticism of this hero as a core, is the fact that he doesn't really come online until he has diffusive blade. As a safe laner though, you get that dedicated farm. You'll be able to have that diffusive blade by at latest 20 minutes here. It's probably looking more like 16. Sentry laid out, Boxy sees it, and Burrow strikes away real quickly.
And they're trying to find it right now. And Puppey, in fact.
And then it's last the two of them together, trying to get away from the Riki. The explosion goes out, but he's going to tick out here from the Ignite or the final Blink Strike in from the Riki, and that's going to be a dodge on the Burrow Strike as well, which leaves Boxy with no ability whatsoever. He tries to cut through a tree in a cute little way, but doesn't change anything. Now the smoke cloud that's finally level from Nisha will help Puppey get away from the Juggernaut.
Puppey's actually just going to run no problem, and another kill added to the total, 4,000 up. The Shadow Fiend continues to have a big game.
Oh,
Taiga
gets the spear before he can actually get the
dead.
Rolling Thunder off, and that'll be Tier 1 falling. It's the double damage of mid one, who is at 7,200 net worth.
He is so far ahead of the pack right now. Ohm does have the Yules, actually. He's got nearly 3,000 gold cap on top of the Yules at 12 minutes.
Yeah, he could have had the Blink Dagger a while ago.
Might as well just mess around. Go like Radiance SF. Do it up. Run into Mika here, and the smoke screen in fact switches targets onto Insania.
Rolling Thunder's coming through though. Can keep him stunned here, especially with the Ink Swell. Tries to get away, pops the ultimate, actually bounces back down with a Burrow Strike on top of it as well. Nisha is gone, and Puppey is stuck here in the river. He should be falling as well, unless Zai can somehow protect him. Throws out the arena, goes for the fast kill onto this Pango, but can't quite finish him up. That wall damage being nerfed probably makes a difference there in that kill. Taiga survives. Zai just runs into his death.
They committed a lot to trying to save Nisha there, so we'll lose a few heroes. 3,000 gold is still the lead, and they're going to grab the tower as this is a stark difference in the previous game where it felt like Secret were willing to take all fights together. It sort of just feels a little bit more random, considering I think the game has no bearing on standing anymore at all.
Yeah.
So having a little bit more fun if you're Secret, as they should blow up Boxy here, no problem. A multicast just for extra measure.
Maybe this is like just strength training, mid one.
Yeah.
They're just they're saying, okay, you're gonna have to 1v5 like Miracle did. We're gonna run around, get in fights. Maybe we'll kill something. Maybe we'll die. But you're gonna have to hard carry this out.
Just Nisha wanted to play Ricky, so you're gonna do your thing
Dire's top tower is
and hopefully
under
pick up the
attack.
win for us.
Sania trying to get some deep vision out right now.
Dire's
Not sure if he
structures
really
are
is gonna wait this long for the Sand King to make his TP over in the long trek.
That's
Kill
patience.
this Mars. That is perhaps too much patience.
Dice gonna whiff on the spear. Another tower just being taken. Mid one and Nisha both up here this time.
Knowing they've got this tier 2 tower dead, the Crystal Maiden's gonna TP to the tier 3, setting up for a tower defense with Zai already lurking in the trees here, ready to go for the surprise spear. Has the arena as well to be able to intercept more heroes as the Grimstrokes is going to try and come in with the help of the Rolling Thunder. They're going to be able to dump some heroes around the south. Yules from the SF, but as he comes back down, he's immediately stunned with Mars. Going down inside of the arena, YapzOr covering the field with the freezing field is going to be able to draw some of Alliance away and will be able to get 2 kills, one of which on the Juggernaut. There is Mickey sitting on the side here. He's ready to jump in as the Morphling, trying to get that stun out, but he's immediately silenced by the smoke screen. Now stunned up by the Fire Blast, and as he morphs in his strength, that means he's got no armor, very susceptible to this Riki, as he's just getting chunked down at this point.
The finishing raise too, and that is Nisha with his Diffusal Blade. Meaning almost all the heroes from Alliance are susceptible to this. The Juggernaut, I guess the Morphling with his Ghost Scepter is in a better position than the rest of them, but it's not like he's got farm either, and they have more than enough magic damage to burst through. As we saw there, it all starts with Zai from the fog, pinning Madara to the tree line.
Yeah.
Boxy's just gonna get there as fast as possible, bottling a DD for himself. Still a ways away from the Blink Dagger, 1,000 off.
Boxy's now like hard countered. Thought his lane was gonna go better, but now that we're at the place where we've got the smoke screen slow, his game is probably gonna feel the worst right next to the Taigas. Nisha could just be a killer. So can mid one, honestly, with this Blink Yule Scepter still, but they spotted him out. Nice blink away. They had a ward in good position, but seems mid one got tipped off somehow. Maybe just because of that defensive ward on the other side of the river. Gave him some info. 3-man smoke up, heading over to mid. They want to play around mid one if possible.
He's the tankiest hero by far. And he just has the most farm. He's got 10k net worth in 17 minutes.
So as they meet up with him, they don't find anybody from Alliance. They're going to try and get some aggressive vision down. They might just spot Boxy here. The Fire Blast stun. Not there in time. Mid one. Didn't get the Yules off fast enough either.
Everyone pinging in that area.
Now they're just going to swoop on in. They know how much stronger they are than Alliance. So if they can just catch anybody, that'll be a kill. Zai catching Insania.
My life truly end here.
Chase on a Boxy right now, who doesn't have Sandstorm or his stun. Be unsuccessful here as they even scan to the left, but Boxy is holding his position. Gonna start the TP. Gets out no problem, does some damage to the tower too. YapzOr now finishes his Blink Dagger.
The fact that your core position has gotten his Blink Dagger before the 3.
Jeez. He has a BKB already. I'm not quite sure what to say here.
It's a hard life.
It's an 18-minute BKB Blink Yules. That's hard life.
Because that 8,000 net worth lead, we just know it's going to get worse given the kind of kill power that Team Secret have right now, unless they're met with a really strong Alliance defense. And they do manage to get the Burrow Strike here onto Nisha with the ultimate going out to protect him for the time. He can jump over to Zai, which he will do, but the Silence is going to follow him as they kept the vision, but the Omni Slash bounce over the neutrals. Now the Spear landing onto the Morphling, peering him to the deck, which means Nisha's still trying to get away, but Taiga does have the dust. He's going to run into Nisha once, twice, keeping controlled up. He ends up falling. Boxy does manage a Burrow Strike away from everybody here. Insania is going to go for a one-on-one against the Crystal Maiden, but the rest of his team isn't there until Madara charges over with his drums, that fast-moving Samurai is going to come over with his spin. YapzOr trying to juke him out. Does juke him out for one hit, but a big crit comes out from Madara. Just enough to finish off that support. But you used all of that for a support. Now you got to try and get out back over the Shine. We're going to watch Puppey die here with the Epicenter. Inkswell combo. They go straight onto Zai, but the BKB is already activated by mid one, so they just have to go for Zai as best as possible. See if they can finish him up. Madara with a spin is able to get the magic damage to kill that Mars. And mid one is the only survivor of that long, drawn-out fight for Team Secret.
It just starts with your Riki, who, you know, he just explodes as soon as anybody gets on top of him and doesn't have a BKB of his own. That's your primary damage dealer. They don't ever really got the opportunity to let loose with the ulti. They don't have the best ways to deal with Madara unless the Riki is there to start with the smoke screen. So everything just sort of resets. Such a weird way. Puppey gonna hit the multicast, but no one else nearby.
He's gonna help them get a lot of their next round of items, like that Ether level. Insania. Blink instant silence precast, it looks like, off of the vision he had, but Insania still dies. 20 to 15. Net worth lead. Dips down a bit. Team
Gonna
Secret.
go for the Roche?
Yeah, time to take Roshan. You just got to pick off. You see at least one bottom lane. Actually gonna smoke some of their heroes out here. The supports are gonna start stepping to bottom, just like they took the tier 2 at top and then still went bottom to defend. This time around they're gonna try and do Roche and then also still set up for a team fight. The rest of their team can join here. They found Taiga, but he already got off the swashbuckle, so he's gonna be a little bit farther away, but the SF also still has that Blink Dagger and now a beyond godlike streak.
And this is currently just the mid one show. He's sort of just doing whatever he feels like. Touch this game really is Boxy backing up his Morphling, but
they might be able to touch him now with the Blink Dagger of the Sand King.
Yeah.
Especially with the Inkswell, if they put him on before the Sand King. That's a nice 1-2 chain stun punch.
They would have to do it so perfectly though, the timing.
Yeah.
Jump in, Nisha.
Trying to help out this Juggernaut, but it's nothing they can do. And now they may be losing Insania as Puppey's going to try and slow him down with the Ignite.
Boxy, they see him. They want him instead.
Oh no, the smoke screen, that's such a big problem. They don't have a force step or anything just yet. And Zai, he's just daring into the tier 3s here, but he's gonna get blown up. And the magic damage on the Morphling with that shotgun. Mid one though, follows it up, does manage to get at least one. Pops BKB, tries to let it rip on top of the Morphling, but he's already morphed into full strength, so that magic damage isn't gonna be able to burst him down as well as he thought. And
he's actually going for it.
Yeah, he's got to turn to the Riki. He's going to be able to blink strike on top of the ESL to keep up with him, then waveforms on top. Turns back on Riki once again. Now they manage to get the disarm up to the Riki. That's not allowing him to finish off that Morphling. And Mickey will swap back in once again. The Aegis, the second life of the Riki. Can they kill him a second time here with a start up here with the Rolling Thunder? Bounce back with the silence as well. They've got him dead. Mickey.
That is so much gold.
That is a massive amount.
How much did he get for the
Alliance.
SF? And they might get more.
Okay, Puppey looks like he's no TP.
He's gone. But still, the overcommitment onto the Morphling in the base. Mid one didn't really have that lined up in time. Well, morphing into strength by the time he came back down and hit the earth. The rest of his team not really in the best position to be able to just follow him up like that.
I do like the fact he went 4-step on Morphling, which they really need to counter this Riki, both for himself and his allies.
And they were so far behind just everyone in terms of comparative net worth.
Yeah. Nah.
And the timing of that. I heard Madara yell right there.
Well played. Oh, they go for the epicenter. They're going to try and catch him with a burst strike. See if they can get Mars on the way out. That bulwark will help mitigate a lot of the Omni-Slash damage, and the arena will allow him to be able to escape until the shotgun finishes him off the Mars. Boxy inside with the Sandstorm gets taken out by Nisha, and the 1-2 punch of the Races as well will finish off the Juggernaut. Now they're going to be able to stop the Morphling TPing just as quickly as you thought Secret had dropped the ball in this game. Alliance toss it right back to him.
And it just comes down to the fact that they try to make their own aggressive play under the tier 1 tower. It's 23 minutes in. There's still a tier 1 tower. Everyone's going to TP for that. You have to realize that you will die making that move, as Insania with a pretty nice juke here. He's still looking for it right now and does catch the tail end of that TP. Should be going down as mid one focuses on killing Spirit first, and mid one catches him. Executing Raise is there.
Is that the blink oh, Jesus. It's the blink dagger on the Pango, so they have more opportunities to chain stun mid one, but that's also the plus 150 raise damage for the SF, which is gigantic this early on into the game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And he still holds a almost 16,000 net worth on him right now compared to Madara's Juggernaut sitting at 11,000. You can see just a big difference in that how quickly mid one's able to farm up the neutrals as well as all these hero kills he's been a part of.
Boxy
Dire's
waiting in the
bottom
wings.
tower
They're 3-man smoked up. It looks like they do want to take this fight, but Zai
knows where Boxy's going to be hiding. Unfortunately, missed out on the spear. It was a good guess, but they still have Boxy controlled up until he burrow strikes onto the SF. Oh, the magic damage, it wasn't enough. They're trying to chase down mid one as best as possible. The Rolling Thunder is on top of him right now. The BKB is still activated, though, and mid one is going to be fine, it seems like, as Alliance have given up on that chase. They're going to turn on to Nisha instead with a swashbuckle on top of the two with the double fire blast as well from Mickey, who turned into an ogre for a moment there to get that chain stun. Very nicely played. Madara will be the recipient of both of those kills. They try and real quickly TP up to top lane to see if they can get the bounty rings or this kill on YapzOr, which they will have it too. That's 405 gold from a Crystal Maiden because of the lead that Team Secret just had.
And you see the split up.
Fight.
The rest of Secret were stuck in that area thinking there was going to be a fight. Perfect chain stunning onto the SF, who barely just doesn't die there.
Yeah, if the SF had somehow died in this engagement as well, we'd probably see Alliance actually taking the net worth lead in this game. SF letting loose the ultimate here, trying to finish off Boxy. Boxy does almost go down to that last raise, but does manage to get away in time. 8,000 net worth. Oh, okay. Rolling Thunder, bouncing things around. Insania realizing this is not a fight with the shrine activated there. Tiger's gonna try and get away. Zai tries to get in front of him with the spear, but misses.
That would have been sick.
Again, Zai's had twice now. He's made the really good hard read on somebody. Just
he blinks past and just the spear, man. Don't flame. It's hard to hit.
It is. I compare it to like a little bit like Nyx Assassin Impale. You know, sometimes you look like a god on it. Sometimes you're whiffing nonstop.
I saw the we were laughing about the meme yesterday. It's like I'm Zai spear number 241.
Oh no, that was Zai spear number 242. Trying to go for YapzOr here, and it doesn't take much with Mickey going full agi. It's only the 17 Shadow Fiend to break 16,000 net worth at 25 minutes on land.
middle tower is under attack.
They're still trying to defend their tier 1 mid tower right now. Alliance at this point just hoping that anybody will show themselves. They'll be able to get the Blink Burrow, Blink Rolling Thunder chain stun into the shotgun. That can burst down almost anybody on the side of Secret. That's why Secret's refusing to show right now and is going to give up on this tower. And
Secret can still lose this game because this morph will just continue to scale up.
Yeah.
Same with the Jug. Like it's the force staff from Mickey makes it really easy for him to just be able to save off the smoke screen on any of his cores. And then the fight just kind of resets in their favor. And slowly but surely, this Juggernaut should be getting real strong.
Double damage is super scary if they can actually... Oh, they're going to try and jump on Nisha here. Gets out the smoke screen. There goes the Rolling Thunder to try and chase down Zai. Nisha holding his Blink Strike for now. Wants to be able to jump over to Zai when he sees the opportunity for it.
And Taiga.
They need to give him an out, but Nisha's actually going to go for the kill here onto the Sand King. Gets it. And Taiga, well, he's stuck around a bit too long trying to chase people with Rolling Thunder.
The buyback from Puppey going to end that as Mara's just going to go for the TP out. Zai even gives him the swing. Because why not? A lot of this game is that. Why not? Why is Nisha Ricky? Why not? This SF was first 2 picked and it's got the highest net worth in the game. And he's got a Hex at 28 minutes. He's almost level 25 already.
I was gonna say he's gonna get level 25 before. Oh, there's a double blanket immediately. Grimstroke does manage to chain the two of them, even if he's speared to the tier 3. He will slow down the retreat and give him an opportunity for double shotgun blast. Follow that up. Oh, nice smoke screen, preventing the burrow strike follow-up off of that epicenter. Now they've just wasted one of their big damage abilities. Does Team Secret feel confident enough, though, to hit a tier 3? I'm not so sure.
Doubtful. They don't really have tower hitters. They have killers. That's what they've got.
Yeah.
They have heroes that get kills. In terms of actual tower hitting, the only way that they're going to take tier 3s and stuff is when most of Alliance is dead, which is why they decided to go for like that ultra aggressive link in. Because if you kill the Morphling there, I mean, your opportunity is pretty easy, but...
So back to Roshan. You've got Bulwark in the front, backstab in the back. It's a tag team combo that poor old Roshan doesn't know how to deal with. Well, that'll be an Aegis and cheese for mid one. Nope, cheese for Mars, who almost has a BKB. Meanwhile, items flooding in for Alliance, another 4 staff, this one for the Pangolier, and a Veil for Boxy. So again, if they do get the chains done, they can lay out a lot of magic damage during that time, not just from the Morph, but amplifying up the epicenter, Grimstroke, Pango. A lot of stuff being thrown around in magic damage department.
This is another game where I see Alliance with a net worth disadvantage, but I can still see them winning.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, though.
It's an important upgrade, the level 20 talent for the Riki. Super hard to play the back line when the Riki can jump like 2,000 units to be able to catch you. They're going to leave things off with the Rolling Thunder. I like how he didn't focus on that Ogre and went for the next target. That's going to be YapzOr up there in the high ground. Just keeps him chain stunned the entire time. Does manage to activate the BKB, and he can go for the freezing field if he wants inside of the arena. BKB activated by mid-one and Zeiss. They push forward to be able to kill the Morphling. Nice spear out from Zai that catches the Pango as well. YapzOr survives through all of that, and Alliance did overextend themselves.
And the Morph goes down for this too. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a very good fight, but not being able to burst down YapzOr, who pops the BKB ulti in front of their faces, then the Hex from the Shadow Fiend onto the Morphling, who doesn't have any way to stop that.
Yeah, Mickey on a almost full Agi at that point, since he had just shotgunned the poor Ogre.
Nisha's got a full nullifier now too, so the E-Blade is no longer your savior for the Morphling.
Madara hoping to force people back with this bottom lane push.
Yeah, and we talked about how they needed to kill cores to be able to go high ground, and let's chip away. Slowly but surely. Foxy's
Nisha,
waiting in the wings.
You gotta get behind that tower.
Foxy's waiting for it. He's smoked up. He's trying to inch forward, and he's going to throw out the stun.
Burrow Strike, Sandstorm, dodges the spear. Okay, good start, good start. Madara refusing to come back, still focusing on hitting this tier 3. Hoping that Secret come back and defend. They're going to do so now. He's going to spin TP out. Should be no problem here. Cancel the TP of one of them because they're actually going onto the Pango.
Dead on the dotted line.
Nisha still has 2.5 minutes on this Aegis.
Like how he just quickly dropped all of his stat items to be able to magic wand.
Right in front of them.
Got a lot of mana off of it too.
Yeah, he's full, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is under attack.
Waiting there with the nullifier. Kill Madara too.
With the nullifier, might be able to do it, but Burrow Strike now he's silenced up. He does have the Aegis, so this is not the worst thing in the world for Team Secret. With the arena now coming up, Madara wasn't able to get off the Omnislash in time. Zai pins him to the wall. And with the 2 BKBs marching forward, they do manage to get the sight on the Sand King, but now with the buyback turning into the market, getting a spear onto Puppey. Poor old Puppey is down. 16,000 net worth is what Team Secret end up with as the buybacks are used on Alliance.
You say Puppey?
Puppey. I mean, it's got an E between the
like
Y,
Mickey.
so,
Puppey.
you know. Mickey and Puppey.
I like it. As the buybacks were used, it is now a 16k gold lead. Alliance still playing on, still hanging on. I'd say the win probability is like 75-25 though.
I remember talking about a 75-25
86-14.
at minute 60 of last game.
It was like minute like 70 where it was still like 75-20. I mean my own personal win probability, I should say.
In the meantime, dig up some battle points. They try and farm their next round of items, but Team Secret is just not going to let them have the opportunity to do that. They've got 40 seconds left for the Aegis, and they're going to run into some great support heroes into the backline. They go with a smoke screen as well. The Rolling Thunder does manage to do a lot to stall, but Team Secret certainly not scared of one little old Pango. It's just going to allow Mickey as well as Madara to get out.
And now Boxy being dead too.
Well, I said get out. There he goes.
He's fine.
As long as he's not caught by the Riki, I guess he's got nothing that can stop him. Or the surprise sphere. That happened once before.
This'll come in handy.
8 seconds on this Aegis. So you would have to know about that, but
Dire's middle tower
Feeling some nice atmosphere right now. We've got the, they're testing out the music and I think the opening scene for the
Dire's
stadium
top
tomorrow.
barracks are under attack.
The whole stadium shaking. Music's playing. It's making for a nice setup for this defense of Alliance, which seems a little unlikely considering how far behind they are. They're actually going to be able to get the silence on Nisha. It doesn't really want to jump to anybody. Zai actually jumps into him, latching him in. He was going to blink strike away, but Zai actually stopping him by blinking in and getting them latched together.
And a bomb.
Does Juggernaut not have, well, he does have Omni Slash, but there's going to be Yule's Scepter. Lasts a little bit longer, instantly going to get sized up. And that is the deadest Juggernaut I've ever seen.
He's dead for 100 too.
Yeah.
Can't believe Zai blinked in after. Do you remember
Nisha was playing so careful. He's like, don't get too close to my allies. Wait it out. All right, ready to blink strike. And Zai's like, I'm here.
Did you watch that game where he was Pango, I think, and mid one was Monkey King?
Yeah.
And he rolled the trees over, and he revealed where he was? Oh, man. I don't care. There's a Basher Abyssal on this SF now to counter. He is done with the spin TP. He's mad.
Really?
Yeah, he's over it.
I mean, it's really cool with the CDR too, because you're gonna have an Abyssal Blade and a Scythe that you can use all the time in your fights.
I guess.
Nice two-man burrow strike with the last there. They're gonna be able to shotgun the two supports down almost instantly, and there's still no Nisha, so there's not a ton of damage left. Mid one throws out some raises, yes, but he's got to back up. He has a blink away, so he's gonna be okay. Boxy couldn't catch him, but they're still on the hunt for Zai. Made his way up through the trees, gonna be spotted eventually here.
Oh, he was greedy, he stayed.
Spears the morph,
oh, he's gone.
That's where all the damage was.
He's gone.
Well played, well played.
Bristle Front lives again.
Structures are fortified.
Bristle Front. Imagine if Bristleback had a stun
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
like Mars does. Then he would feel fantastic hero. Epicenter, blink. Are you blinking the right area?
Oh,
no. He had the gem too, but he just didn't blink to the right area. Didn't guess. Yeah. Oh no, and now it's poor old Taiga who's dead. We can't use his Force Staff because he's nullified.
He came down here to just help out, be a homie.
See that last fight again as the two-man burrow strike. I mean, it just looks so cool when they get the double shotgun. It's pretty like that.
Oh yeah, the two supports died instantly.
Oh, wait, here's Scythe.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But that's still the same Pango that was dead before. We're just waiting on Roshan, I guess, at this point.
That is a low cooldown hex, let me just say.
6.6 seconds. So he can do a 3.5 seconds sight. He can follow that up with a 1.5 second disable an Abyssal Blade. And by that time, you are just 1 second away, 1.5 seconds away from using another disable.
You can Yules. You can actually
Yules
do
them
that.
and then try and get the Scythe afterwards? You
So
can.
what you do is you Yules.
Oh, damn.
You Yules, Scythe, Abyssal, You'll scythe abyssal.
double scythe
You'll
them.
scythe abyssal. You'll scythe abyssal.
Yeah, the Abyssal Blade is a longer cooldown, right?
It's 10.
21 sec cooldown.
It was real low when he had the arcane rune though.
True.
It was like 6 seconds less or something. Oh, the
Nice
jump
spear
in.
lead out, the burrow strike onto the Crystal Maiden on the side. Throws out the 2 adaptive strikes, but, and actually he's going to turn into a Riki here. See if he, he needs to be able to get the force staff upside. He'll be okay. Out of that freezing field they go. They're actually going to be able to leash Nisha together. It's going to be pretty good. Meanwhile, Boxy has been found inside of his own sandstorm. They're going to let loose that ultimate. That's going to be godlike for mid one. Nisha did manage to get away and blinks back into this fight. Now that he sees the opportunity, he's joined the rest of his team. Surges forward, kills that Grimstroke. Mickey as a morphed Riki.
Dire's top barracks
And they're
are
pinging
under
the gem.
attack.
They know it's still there, but the buyback from Insania. Mickey's pinging right now. He wants to go for it. Oh, he's got
God,
it.
I'm surprised. Uses the invisibility against the Riki.
They're gonna recover their gem now, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
That was poor Nisha.
So I haven't been paying super close attention with the soul bind. Do you get 2 rounds of 3 adaptive strikes with the multi-shot?
I don't think
Or is
so.
it just 4? You're just gonna get 4.
Yeah.
So very likely that one person's gonna, or do you get 5?
Oh, that'd be dope. Because the Hex, I mean, they're going for it right now.
Spear. With the soul blind, keeping them together with the Inkswell as well. They're gonna use one and BKB the other, so they won't be hit by that stun. Mid one's still just gonna have
He's
to try
gone.
and run away, but he's dead. Now Zai's gonna be chased down as well. Manta Illusion's actually blocking the old Juggernaut out a little bit. Zai tries to go for a spear here. Mickey trying to spear Zai up. They both whiff. Number 243 and 244, but it looks like they will be able to catch him underneath this here. 3 to go, Steps buying him a little bit of time, but finally the magic damage comes in. Still though, the Morphling has gone too far. Gets ripped apart as the buyback from mid one is effective to kill at least 1 core.
That was
2
beyond
actually,
far.
as they got Boxy.
They dove so far in to try to go for that.
Yeah.
I mean, Mickey, I told you, it's not easy to hit that spear. If you get it on him, you probably don't even die there, and you go back and get Roche. But now in a position where none of that's possible, they did go for the buyback, so now it's going to be a little bit do or die for both sides, as they might just catch Puppey here.
Yeah, Puppey. Pretty heavily chain stunned here. You're gonna still complete that TP. He does. Oh, Nisha pops his BKB, tries to go back in with a smoke screen. The spear actually doesn't latch there, and the soul bind not gonna allow the mobility here to be able to catch until it finally fades away. So they do jump onto that Pango. They at least get that 1 pick off. All these buybacks being used by Team Secret. Heading into the Roche pit, or maybe not.
They thought about it. I bought back for this, so they better.
Yeah.
Now they're going to walk in. This is the Ags. Who to give to?
Oh, mid one, right? For sure.
Nah, dude. Nisha's.
You like the pocket Riki instead? Puppey's tanky enough to live through that one, but they have so much long-range poke here. But now the Invisible Blade jump forward with the BKB activated, but Madara does manage to get a defensive force down, but it's going to be the Morphling who's going to be in trouble instead as they do manage to finish him off, and he doesn't have buyback here. Madara is going to try and spin back in with the Inkswells, hoping that he can deal enough damage. It will be enough to finish off Zai, but it looks like Nisha's going to be okay. He walks away from him. Allows
Mid-one, he's
Mid-one
still
to be
on
able
the
to finish up that kill, and he's going to be able to fight him with a sight, does a little dance and a jig before double raising Insania, dodging that burrow strike that came out. Now Boxy tries to go for an epicenter. Oh no!
It's a disaster. Obi-Wan.
Tower has fallen.
That's not the hype. It's a disaster. It's
That's the
oh
no.
oh no.
And that was the buyback from the Morph that was expended for that too, and yeah, I think they're gonna give it to mid one. Give him the souls. Give him the souls? No pocket Riki? Who took it? Oh, okay. Nice. I told you, man.
They give it a
They gave it to YapzOr. No, he has one already. Yeah. It's the pocket Riki.
pocket Riki time. That's hype. Especially with the with our SF blink abyssal blading people at
Dire's
melee
middle
range.
tower is is under
What do you
attack.
want from him, man?
I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, I just thought it was cool.
Anybody that, as soon as they begin to lose a fight, like, you're just controlled up. You're out of the game in front of mid
Dire's
one.
middle tower has fallen.
Nisha just throwing out those constant smoke screens every single time they're up, making it really difficult for Boxy to find a good opportunity to blink initiate. Mid one just kind of runs for it, hoping for the scythe. Misses it though. Ricky jumps to the back line, but oh, nope, that's gonna be blink strike. But now he's right next to the fountain. Controlled up a little bit for a moment there, but Madara still not able to deal out the damage, and their Morphling is still dead for another 10 seconds. That's gonna be 2 lanes of barracks. There's still a tier 1 alive at bottom.
Zeiss pinging an arcane rune. He wants mid one to come back so that he can cycle through, get the infinite combo off, just juggle him in the air
Dire's
forever.
bottom shrine is under attack.
Maybe I'll have a nap.
Minute 45, 30,000 net worth lead for Team
Dire's
Secret.
bottom shrine has fallen. Dire's bottom
What are the
tower
odds?
is under
90-10? 95-5?
I think 95.5 is probably more accurate at this point. 96.4.
96-4, I'll take
Off
that.
by 1%.
Dire's
As
bottom
the outer towers are going to fall. Secret, they still have the Aegis up on their Ricky. Got a Basher coming to him next. A CM complete to Lincoln's. Why not?
BKB Lincolns, how are you going to stop this Blinken freezing field? And mid one is apparently, no, bounty room. Want to keep farming. Let me get my refresher so I can disable someone for 20 seconds straight. I'm imagining him jumping the Morphling and just chain disabling him while right-clicking the build instead. Not actually just trying to kill him, just demonstrating that, you know, I can do this.
Swindle Melons, our very own Kyle, fought one against Void Boys in 2015. The Void Boys with Pat Soul.
Kyle was ahead of his time.
He won that game, but we were told to. I could have told you guys that, of course.
Nullifier. Built by Madara. There's our cheese on our ogre, so Mickey's not going to have the same kind of opportunities he's had time and time before to just quickly blow up that ogre. That smokescreen nullifier is such a big problem, but fortunately with the rest of the Alliance members around, they can double force staff, get him away.
It's a BKB now on Mickey.
Yeah, but you're already countered by Abyssal Blade.
The genius. The 2 levels.
Seriously, he's got 10,000 gold again. All right, there's a blink in. The arena goes out. They don't really get the... Oh, they do actually get Mickey up with a sight to fight. He takes a lot of damage, but he's already popped his BKB. Look, if they adapt, their strikes going out, but they immediately pop the cheese on the ogre. Most of them are going to be able to side revive, except for Mid-One, who actually dies as the Rolling Thunder on through, thanks to all the moderate damage. Now he's going to try and spin down YapzOr back over inside of Ricky's ultimate here, where poor old Taiga does get bashed up, controlled. Won't be able to make it out in time. There is no buyback. The man that had 10,000 gold in his bank before going into the high ground spent it all. So no buyback on the SF.
Tell me what.
Tell you what?
What items did he buy?
He bought the refresher. He just straight up bought it all out.
He straight up just bought a
Regeneration.
He's got another 50 seconds, so he'll be fine. Don't think that Alliance can really run down mid at this point.
They're not really using the Pocket Ricky.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I guess that's the thing for me. It was like blink strike range. You being like,
It's probably better to have just given it to the CM or the SF. In hindsight, even the Ogre's not bad. The double-double?
hindsight. I mean, your boy had a foresight. Said SF.
Okay, dude, nobody likes Stormwinder.
We'll see. Maybe he'll do it next time. I mean, it pretty much just matches the arena AoE at this point. We can jump in. He doesn't have to jump inside SF. He can jump inside a good old Mars.
Radiant's middle tower.
Did one dive real fast, by the way.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The BKB on this Morphling, making him nigh invincible. The problem is they don't really have the damage to cut through his when he's BKB and morphing up, even when he gets abyssal.
Radiant's
So he kind of just does whatever he wants.
Yeah. Gonna be even harder if he gets this satanic.
Man, the combined game time for this series is getting real high. For a 2-game series.
Reminder that this game does not matter, but both of these teams will fight to the bitter end.
So yesterday we had 2 series start in the span of this time. And this is our 2nd series of the day. As
The jump in, and nice soul bind onto YapzOr. It's well designed, but they managed to get the spear that already finished off that Grimstroke. But mid one is being targeted heavily by Michał, who has that Eye of Scotty. Stays on top of him. Don't let it blink away. Get that rolling thunder. The Abyssal Blade into blink. He gets away. Nisha now going to jump in straight onto Boxy with his Vilifier. But Michał is back. After failing to kill mid one, he's going to go for some of these other heroes. Needs some force staff to be able to help him out. But Nisha just rips him apart so quickly. A big shot out. A big burst of magic damage. He ends up falling. They do not have buyback on 2 of these heroes. Alliance will have to defend 3 versus 5 now.
there was smoke everywhere on the ground.
They could not force staff him enough times.
Let's put that dead business behind us.
Dire's bottom tower.
Now just 1 lane of barracks, 4 megas, no buyback on the Sand King or the Grimstroke, and towers dropping fast.
Dire's bottom tower.
Linked out with the side though. They got with the nullifier. They're controlling up Madara pretty well. They can keep the disables up thanks to mid one as well. Just nobody can actually save them because all the 4 staffs are actually dead right now. Now with the smoke screen on top of this Morphling, they do manage to get that ghost step themselves. Ethereal Blade is going to allow him to survive for a while, but they just have so much disable. Now the spear onto the Ancient that they're going to look to blow up soon, right after they finish up with Madara here in his 2nd life. No buyback from Michał. Madara dropping low. On these slides onto the creep wave just to stay alive a little longer, but they pop the glyph instantly, so he doesn't even kill any creeps. Makes it away back to the fountain, but that's what Mars can do best. Same goes to the Freezing Field Crystal Maiden, that high armor. They can take the fountain. They can do this all day. The double scythe out. Okay, Epicenter with the ink swell. That's a lot of damage. That'll finish off Mars. Now it actually latches onto the SF as well. A big hit out from Insania. They're also low, but the Sandstorm's just not quite finishing him off. And the Grimstroke by himself now can't do enough magic damage anymore to get these kills.
The spite glyph onto the creeps. You get nothing, sir.
Not in heroes, not even creep kills.
And it does take 52 minutes, but Secret, they had their fun today.
They closed it out strong in both games. This has given them, I mean, if Puppey didn't already have enough experience with wild, crazy late games dating all the way back to his TI3 run against Alliance, he just got a little bit more experience when it comes to these crazy late games past 40 minutes. Well, it was an interesting series for sure. But Team Secret do manage to close it out 2-0 against Alliance. We're going to say goodbye to Alliance now here at ESL Birmingham. We've already kind of had our piece about them, how they've shown some strength, but at the end, just not good enough to be able to take on the best here at ESL Birmingham. Back to the desk we go, I guess.